Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to Killing Floor 2. I don't usually play an awful lot of FPS games on my YouTube channel, although I do actually play quite a few FPS games for leisure. But I managed to get my hands on a copy of Killing Floor 2, which isn't even in early access yet. It's been in closed beta for a little while, but I got my hands on an early copy of it. So I thought it was a good time to sort of have a look at this game and see what it is all about. So it is by a company called Tripwire Interactive, who made the original Killing Floor game and Red Orchestra as well, I believe. And basically, if you don't know what Killing Floor is, it is essentially a horde-based game versus zombies, otherwise known in this particular game as Zeds. So you work as part of a team, part of a group, usually 6 players.
Make your choices.
Now, there are various different classes that you can choose from, which in this game are known as perks. So you can pick your character, and then you can pick a perk, and the perk will give you various bonuses to certain weapons and certain different abilities. Now, there's no crosshair in this game by default. You can turn it on in the options menu, but pretty much everything that you do has to be either aim down sights. So let's go through and have a bit of a look. Just trying to work out where this team's going, because they're all getting a little bit split up. So the zombies come in waves. And as you can see, we're on wave 5 of 7. There's also a boss wave as well. Now you get this random sort of slow motion bullet time thing that triggers from time to time. Now you do have to buy your ammo, as I've just managed to get myself set on fire. You do have to buy your ammo, so ammo conservation is quite important, which also means to a certain degree you have to be a relatively good aim, which is not necessarily my strongest point. Headshots are quite important. Now I'm just playing on the easiest difficulty, to be honest. This is only really my second game here. We've got some more Zeds coming in from this side. You do have a variety of weapons. You have a sidearm. You can pick up shotguns. The weapons you can use are based a little bit on the perk that you're using, so certain perks are better with certain types of weapons. And you've got melee weapons and you've got grenades. There are various different types of Zeds as well that all have different abilities. Now the first thing I'm going to say about this, one thing that I find really good, is that even though this game is currently in sort of closed beta, as this siren comes in, who really needs to be killed quickly. Even though this game is still currently in a closed beta, the performance is really, really good. It's currently using the Unreal 3 engine. So they haven't moved up to Unreal 4, but they've done an awful lot of optimization with this engine. They've also added quite a lot of custom elements to the engine to make it do what they want it to do. Everything is really good in terms of... I'm about to switch to my secondary here. Everything is really good in terms of performance so far. I'm pretty much... I mean, my machine isn't exactly... isn't a monster, but it isn't a dinosaur either. And this game is running surprisingly well on pretty much max settings. So I'm quite impressed with that. Now, there are also bosses in this game as well. So at the end of each series of waves, you will have to fight against a boss. Now, I believe in this pre-release version, there is only one boss, and there's about 11 or 12 different types of Zed, or 11 or 12 different types of zombie. There will be 10 perks, or 10 classes available in the finished game, though I believe there are only 4 in this particular version. And I'm just playing as a commando, which is essentially the sort of basic vanilla perk. Because I don't have an awful lot of XP, I've only just started playing the game. So we're on wave 5 out of 7. There's one zombie that's still left around somewhere, which we don't know where it is. We're just sort of hunting around to see where it's got stuck. As soon as somebody kills that last zombie, we'll be able to go and get some more equipment. You'll see down in the bottom right hand corner I have a certain amount of cash. And that cash goes up as you play and kill things. You can also throw cash out to your buddies as well. I joined this game a little bit late. It was actually on round 4 when I joined in. So because of that, I don't have an awful lot of cash to spend. But we might be able to get a better weapon on the start of the next round. We just need to find that that zombie. It must have gone off somewhere and got stuck. They're not normally hard to find.
Need more cash. What's new, Anna?
Let's have a look around and see if we can find them. Not sure where it's gone, if it's got bugged out somewhere. As I was saying, this game is not even in early access yet. It goes into early access on the 21st of April. There we go. They've actually now managed to find the last one. So I just need to follow these blue arrows. These blue arrows will lead me to the trader, which is basically a 3D printer. And that will allow me to use some of the money that I've got to upgrade my weapon. Now, most of the weapons that you can get are sort of perk specific. So I can get this bullpup. Let's go ahead and sell my current rifle. We'll go ahead and sell that. And I will go ahead and buy the bullpup. Hopefully got enough money to fill it with ammo, and I do. Let's refill the pistol, and can't get full body armor, but I can get 76% of it. So that will be enough there. So just make sure all of my weapons are fully loaded. You also have a medical syringe so you can heal people. And you have a welder as well because you can weld doors shut. And of course you've got the melee weapons. So weapons don't have attachments that you can buy or customize. The weapons sort of come sort of pre-done. Like this bullpup already has the reflex sight on there. So hopefully this gun will be a little bit more useful. And now that I actually have some armor... So there's going to be about 20 seconds until the next wave comes in. Now, I might not actually be a team player on this game, because what I'm actually doing, I've got my in-game voice chat turned off completely, because obviously I don't really need everybody else to be having to put up with me nattering on for this video, and at the same time I don't really need to be putting up with everybody else nattering as well. And I can see that a few people are sort of talking, but I'm just going to try and stand back and be a credit to the team. We're kind of cornered here, but I guess at least there's only one point of entry. You do find random pickup weapons on some of the levels as well, so you can often pick things up and off your dead companions as well. So I'm not too sure when this bullet time thing activates. It does seem to be random, and it sort of activates for everybody at the same time. Now, some of the reload animations on this game are very, very nice. As you can see, every time you hit reload, you do a nice little weapons check, or you'll clear the breach, or you'll take the clip out. If it's full on ammo, you'll often have a little look to see how much ammo you've got in your gun. So there's some very nice touches there. The weapon handling on this is actually really, really solid. Now, like I said, I am playing on the easier difficulty level here, which means the weapons do feel like they're doing a little bit more damage. If you're playing it on harder difficulties, the bad guys do become a little bit more bullet spongy, and therefore the weapons don't feel quite as effective. Did consider throwing a grenade in there, but it wouldn't necessarily have been the best idea. Let's try and take this big guy down. We've also got a siren coming in here. Are you not dead yet? Well, I guess it was technically always dead. I'm just trying... Oh, that actually was a fairly decent headshot. What are you doing here at the back? Why hasn't anybody killed you? This is one of those games that's a little... Oh, they're coming in from above. Right, this is one of the things that this game does actually boast, is the fact that the bad guys tend to drop in from all over the place. And these ones are particularly nasty. So you really do have to pick your moments to reload. It's not an arcadey game in the way that weapons reload. It does take a few seconds to actually switch out the clip. And the last thing you want to do is be reloading when you have a massive number of Zeds coming towards you. So you really do have to pick your moments carefully. The game actually has very good hit detection, so headshots work like you'd expect them to. And a good well-timed headshot will pop a head nicely. As you can see, we've got more Zeds trying to come down from up there. And popping heads is a good way to get rid of them. Oh, we are being attacked in melee there, so... There we go, we got him. Took a little bit of damage, not too much. So you can fire from the hip, but it's a little bit tricky because you don't have a crosshair. Like I said, you can turn the crosshair on in the options, but by default it's off, so I guess that makes life a little bit more interesting. There isn't an awful lot of bullet spread, so even if you do sort of hip fire, you can usually get relatively accurate shots, as I've just demonstrated there. So you don't necessarily have to aim down sights for everything, but if you've got the time to aim down sights, then you certainly should. All of the weapon sounds go with a satisfying crack. The music's not too bad either. Well, I haven't got the music turned up very loud at the moment because, you know, YouTube and copyright and all that kind of stuff. 2 zombies left in this wave. And we'll have a little bit of extra money. We should be able to get another weapon. I just managed to dodge that rocket there. So there we go. We've now managed to complete another wave. Now we've got 1 minute and 20 seconds to resupply.
What I wouldn't give for a slope and some decent skis.
Bonjour. Come and get your tools of trade.
So here we go. What I could do now is actually buy a better rifle. I've got a little bit of money in reserve, but not a lot. Let's go ahead and sell the bullpup. And we can now buy the Kalashnikov and fill it with ammo. Leaves me a little bit of money left. Let's fill up the body armor. Didn't use any of my sidearm there. We can fill up on grenades. I could go ahead and go in by type, and we could pick like a melee weapon. You can get like the pulverizer and the katana and things like that. There are actually a lot of different weapons and things in here, like flamethrowers, and there's explosives and projectiles and stuff. A lot of this stuff hasn't been added yet. As you can see, the perks that you've got in here, you've got Berserker, Commando, Support, Field Medic, and Flamethrowers off perks. So there's only the Berserker, Commando, and Support perks that are in here at the moment. So they will be adding more as time goes on. Like I said, the plan is to add 10.
Time's almost up. Vite.
Got a little bit separated from the team here because I was taking a little bit of extra time just to sort of show you guys what I was doing. Hopefully I'm not going to get caught out too much here.
Back to it, mes amis.
And I'm going to try and run towards my team. Persistent blood as well. This is one of the things that they put into the engine. It works very nicely, so you can see there's lots of blood and gore everywhere, and it does literally, it does hang around on the map. Doesn't disappear. So I've got a bit of a better weapon here now. And this will be the 7th wave. This will be the final wave. And if we manage to complete this wave, then we'll have to deal with the boss. So just saving my ammo a little bit here. No point me just sort of firing where I can't see. We've got these guys still trying to come in from the right-hand side, so we've got to keep our eye on them. Again, these bullet times are a little bit random, and of course, because it's a multiplayer game and everybody's playing at the same time, these little bullet time events happen for everybody simultaneously. So I don't have any experience with the original Killing Floor, and as a result, I can't remember what the name of all of the different zombie types are in this. I just know generally the bigger they are, the more they hurt you. This guy's going to be a problem. There we go. Luckily, he ran straight into my gunfire, which helped. But as you can see, that just proves it was a relatively bad time to be reloading. Here's another. I think we've got one guy there covering that side, who's clearly a much better shot than I am. So I'm happy. Oh no, we're getting a few coming in now. Well, there's one. There we go. A couple more headshots. That's nice. Now, in order to class up, you do get XP from making kills, but you also get bonus XP from performing certain actions, which is dependent on the class that you, or the perk that you're playing. Not too sure what this guy's doing here. He seems to be bugging out. Now, this guy is probably a slightly bigger issue. Yep, he's down anyway. Right, what are you guys up there doing? Okay, having one of these bullet time moments. We'll see if we can get some headshots in. Yeah, not too sure what those guys are doing there. Let's get the siren down. Those are actually quite nasty to deal with. There are also some invisible Zeds as well that sort of have a stealth mechanic. Again, not a particularly good time to be reloading. Let's switch to our secondary, and we can get a nice little pistol headshot there. Switch back to my primary. Was nice on a previous game that I played where I actually managed to pick up a shotgun. The shotgun does some nice up-close damage. Now, this is what I was saying. You really do need to be accurate because headshots do count for a lot in this game. Almost feels like we're getting a little bit pressured here. Everything's fully mocapped as well, so the animation's really nice. So we've got 34, 35 more Zeds to go, and then we have completed this wave. Once this wave is completed, then we will have the boss wave. There's that siren again, who needs dealing with. These sirens do a lot of damage if they get up close. Not sure if I'll have enough money to get another decent weapon. Might just have to stick with what we've got. Now, the boss is actually quite a pain. He's quite difficult to take out. We've got this little fella over the back here who's trying to sneak up behind us. So we'll make sure he's dealt with. We will reload. 7 more Zeds to come in. Now, if you do actually die during the course of a wave, then you have to wait until the end of the wave and you will automatically get resurrected. But you can sort of heal each other if you don't end up dead. So we'll just follow the flashing blue line and grab ourselves some more gear. Now, there is text chat in the game, so you can actually communicate via text if you don't want to use voice chat, which is always nice. And of course, you can turn the voice chat off, which is even better. There's some armor. I'm not going to pick that up. I'll let somebody else pick that up if they want, because I'm already at 99% on my armor. So there's no real point me picking it up and wasting it. And you find weapons, you find ammo. So like over here, if I just go and pick this up, there you go. We've now got a single shot shotgun, which we can use in addition to our main weapon. So you can actually have multiple mains, which is very, very nice. So let's go in here. Do we want to pick up the Scar H? I could probably afford it if I was to sell the Kalashnikov. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll sell the Kalashnikov. We'll pick up the Scar H. We'll buy that. We'll make sure that we fill it up. We'll fill our pump action. We'll fill our armor. And we're pretty much done. I guess we could go in and we could get ourselves the katana as well, just to give ourselves a slightly better melee weapon. So as you can see, we now have this melee weapon. Very, very nice. But we're going to go back into my Scar H. So I've got an even better weapon now. Just make sure we are fully loaded. And it's time for the boss. Now this boss, if it's the same one that we usually get, yes it is. I think this is the only boss that's currently in this build at the moment. But he has some nasty abilities, and he can heal, and he does a lot of damage, and he has a lot of health. He throws grenades everywhere as well. Poison grenades, explosive grenades. He is a real pain. I really don't want to have to deal with him, so I'm going to make sure we keep backing off as a team. I don't want to be the person closest to him. Definitely don't want to be the person closest to him. Now, when he takes a certain amount of damage, and I've just got caught in one of his grenades there, unfortunately. When he takes a certain amount of damage, he will grab somebody and he will then drain their life and start to heal himself. So if he wasn't difficult enough to start with, he also spawns himself some friends to come and help, which are the ones that I'm just trying to take out here. I'm not the best shot in the world. I've never claimed to be. Just watching these guys up here. There's quite a few people that are already on very low health. This could be a good time to actually switch to the shotgun. Oh, I didn't get full ammo on my shotgun, which was a little bit of a mistake. I do find that there's an explosive grenade. I do find the shotgun a little bit strange sometimes, simply because it doesn't always seem to have a lot of impact. Let's get out of here. Make sure we keep out of the way of these grenades. Got to be careful with this guy, because if he gets you split up and you can't heal each other, then it becomes very, very ropey. Not even sure where he's gone at the moment. Can't see him. Stick to using the shotgun while I can. Oh, there comes a grenade out. One thing I do find a little bit strange is the mouse wheel by default. Scrolling up scrolls forwards through your weapons. Scrolling down scrolls... yeah, so if I scroll up, I go down through my weapons, which is kind of the opposite way that you'd expect it in most FPS games. It's normally the opposite way around, so I'm not too sure why that's happening. He's kind of in his throw grenades at me mode, so let's avoid that. So there's a couple of people dead already. He is giving chase. He has quite a lot of health. Now he's actually... oh, no, he's coming after me. So I'm just going to keep running. I'd prefer not to be killed by him. Oh, he's throwing those acid grenades again. Nope, need to keep running. No, he's got me. Unfortunately, he did manage to chase me down. There's only one guy left right now. He doesn't have an awful lot of health. This boss is actually incredibly difficult. He doesn't have any health bar, so we couldn't really see how well we were doing with him. Hopefully we did a fair amount of damage to him. Yeah, apparently people are saying that shotguns are the best way to kill this guy. Just look at the grenades he's spamming out there. Feel sorry for this little guy here. I mean, this is going to be make or break for the game. We're either going to... he's either going to survive it or he's not. And... I mean, he's a level 3 berserker, so he's definitely got some experience. But he's not going to win just by running around. He is definitely going to have to try and do some damage. But this guy's quite nasty. He can shoot you, he can grab you and melee you, and he actually gets quite a lot of health. Now, the Berserker's much more suited to doing melee damage, and I think that's what he's trying to do, but unfortunately, he didn't quite manage to pull it off, and the boss has beaten us. But there you go, that's the first look at Killing Floor 2. I'll probably do some more videos on this as it moves further on into early access, but so far, I'm actually quite enjoying it, and it's a very, very nice experience. So, it's coming out onto early access on Steam on the 21st of April 2015. If you're into Killing Floor or zombie Horde games, it might be something you want to keep an eye on. But until the next video, I've been Unstable Voltage. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.